Life in eastern Ukraine was tough enough before it became a battlefield. This is coal country, a land of slag heaps that's been on its back since the collapse of the Soviet Union. In the town of Snezhnoe, all but 2 of the 17 mines had already closed before the conflict began. Life now is grinding to a halt. We're at the Udarnik coal mine, one of the town's last engines of economic activity, and we're heading 600 meters beneath the surface.
He's been doing this for 20 years, going down in this elevator.
My father was a miner, my grandfather was a miner, and my great-grandfather was killed by the Germans and thrown into a mine.
The miners on today's shift are following in the tracks of at least 3 generations before them.
This is absolutely crazy and not a place to go if you're claustrophobic.
Nowadays, the coal isn't easy to come by. The miners have to travel further for less.
Check this out. Where we are right now is in this mountain of coal. It's exactly 1 meter above us. And boy, is it dusty.
The last time they used the heavy machinery meant for getting at big patches of coal was 2 years ago. The richest deposits are gone. The mine was slated to close this year, but the new separatist government decided to keep it open. These miners are working for the promise of pay. No one's seen their $90 a month paycheck in 3 months, and even then, they only got 40% of it.
What I find so fascinating is these guys aren't even getting paid, and they're working because they say the whole town will die if they stop mining. So they just come like volunteers to work.
I guess we broke away from Ukraine, but it seems nobody needs us. We're alone, just surviving.
Joining Russia might be better, but it depends.
Who knows? The grass is always greener. And who knows if they want us? If they said with any kind of conviction, well, we'll take you under a roof and provide you for this, this and that, and we'll provide work and a steady salary, well, then why not? Anyone would agree to that.
A day in the mine doesn't wash away easily, especially now that the water's ice cold. Snezhnoe, the town's name, means snowy. Legend has it Catherine the Great gave it its name on a snowy day after conquering this land from the Turks. It became part of what she called Novorossiya, or New Russia, a term that's popular again with the pro-Russian separatists. So productive and fabled were Udarnik's miners, they were the focus of the world's first ever documentary with sound and earned the right to light a star on top of the mine. And last lit the star a couple years ago. Nothing to brag about today. The mines still get media attention, but for all the wrong reasons. While we were at the Udarnik mine, a methane explosion ripped through another mine just down the road. No mother wants to outlive her son, but it's something that happens all too often here.
The scariest part of all of this is this is just one of 33 miners who are going to be buried here. It's a well-rehearsed ritual in this part of the world.
Ukraine's mines are among the most dangerous in the world. Experts say that's partly because they're so deep, partly because they're so poorly maintained. An explosion here killed 101 miners in 2007. Every year, about 300 miners die in accidents. Life here can feel cheap. The mine has its own cemetery. We're on our way to meet a miner's widow. Her name is Snezhnoe, and her husband was just 8 months from retirement when he was killed. I met Yelena and her son in the dormitory where they now live.
I have no home and no husband. I just don't know. My home was destroyed in the war. It was completely destroyed. It's just me and my son. My husband is gone.
They show me the room the two of them share. There's a memorial to her husband in the corner. Many of his friends, she tells me, couldn't make it to the funeral because of the war. Her son Oleg plays a video he shot of their bombed-out home. The front door falls off the hinges as he opens it. Her husband was going to rebuild it.
Oh, let this war just end.
Before leaving, I ask Oleg about his future, what he's going to do.
I'm going to study, and I'll go somewhere else to work. No, I'm not going to be a miner. He didn't want me to become a miner. I won't, and my children won't either. It's a job from hell.